Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different to the norm. It's going to be a loot video, but a loot video in a different kind of way. So, last week, 7 Day Bond signed himself up for 2 weeks of Runescape membership to go and hunt wrapping paper. Now, because thieving has been the flavour of the month, it is incredibly AFK and is pumping out the GP as well, I decided to go and send 7 Day Bond to go and thieve. Now, the hope was I was going to use my dummies, and again, I'll cover this a bit more in detail on 7 Day Bond's update video of how it's doing. But 7 Day Bond was going to go and use up all its thieving dummies and got 102 thieving. From there, I was thinking I could go to the gobies, go to the Menophyte guards at 104 and really fly. But what became noticeable, even though I had the thieving aura, is that this account didn't have what it needed in terms of the RD cloak and also the camouflage thieving outfit. Now, these are massive upgrades in terms of not getting caught pickpocketing and would really help improve my XP rates. Now, gobies was that bad for how often I was getting caught. I was getting something like 120k an hour because I literally couldn't pickpocket. It was causing me so much problems. So then I decided, let's make this video of me going to go and get the thieving outfit. Now, to start this video, I started with probably just over 3,000 of the camouflage fragments. And to make the full outfit, you need 54,000. And the camouflage outfits don't come quickly. So this has been a full week of thieving. Now, to start, I was a little bit, for a better word, dumb. I thought because I couldn't do things like gobies and stuff, I had to go and revert to the master farmer to go and get my thieving XP. So we were grinding on something like 100k XP for at least 5 to 6 hours until I actually decided to use my brain and thought, well, the archaeologists, yes, I couldn't do the professors, but the ones at the dig site are available to do and are only level 78 thieving. So because of that, I was 102 thieving. It pretty much meant that without an aura, I did not get caught pickpocketing. And then I finally found my AFK home. I would later have a bit of a brainwave to then discover that I could then go to a dig site and get some better loots and better rewards. But for probably the best part of 30-ish plus hours, I was at the archaeology guild doing the archaeologist there just for the basic generic stuff. It wasn't great in terms of loot, but the AFK-ness it gave me really made it worthwhile. So I did that for a bit, and then I finally realized I could go to a dig site and make some more cash. So then I eventually moved to the Bandos dig site because this account has a lot of Bandos artifacts. That's what I do for Tetra Compass sets, and Bandos was just one, which has worked very well for the main account. So I thought I'd go and give it a try. So that is pretty much everything caught up. And the reason why I've sat here and done it that way is because it's probably saved me about 15 minutes of clips of just me waffling and showing you guys as well. But that's basically how this has happened. And I've probably spent the best part of 40 to 50 hours, maybe even more actually, I didn't really keep track, of time at the archaeologist. Basically, anytime I was on my computer, whether I was editing, making stuff on the main account, doing stuff on the main account, or just chilling, watching some YouTube videos, because sometimes I'll just sit and watch YouTube videos and I won't even play RS. But I could have 7 Day Bond thieving. So all the time I was in front of the computer, 7 Day Bond was thieving. And in terms of the XP, we are now 110 thieving. Yes, we made quite a lot of progress. And I did remember to reset my XP, and I have got 22 mil XP off normal archaeologists. This ain't any of the brand new high tier stuff. It is the new archaeologists, but they are not like any of the big XP ones. 22 mil XP I've got. So we are now level 110, which it's good for a few reasons. It's unlocked things like the Menophyte guards. I think I can do something else as well. 108 is I can also do the archaeology professors. I can do some stalls, but the big problem is that I've tried to go and do things like the gobies and then also the Menophyte guards with the 5-finger discount, and I'm still struggling. But the good news is we have finished our outfit. So we now have all the camouflage pieces. So let's go and make the camouflage set and then we can move forward. But what I've also done as well is track the loot. So not only have we got incredible XP, I've also got 45,000 wrapping paper, which hopefully by the time you guys watch this, I should have a video showing you guys whether I've made bank or whether we've absolutely drawn a blank like we normally do. But 45,000 wrapping paper from doing this, and it's just literally been full on AFK. There's been times I've clicked my mouse once in 15 minutes. That's how little attention I have paid to this account over the past couple of weeks. And it's just been great. It's been a really enjoyable way to do it. But the big problem I have is that I only have another 7 days on this account. My problem is that really I need to push for those higher level pickpockets, because if I can, I'm going to make more GP. It's just going to basically be as easy as that, is that you'll get more cash and more drops as well. Now, I don't think I'm at a level where, because I don't have the Ardy Cloak, and to be fair, with the time frame I've got and the quests I need to get, I'll probably struggle to get the Ardy Cloak, to be honest, but this camouflage outfit should be a massive upgrade as well. And don't get me wrong, if it's one of those where I have to go and spend the rest of the time at the archaeologist, I don't mind. I'm getting a lot of artifacts, which is going to help for my archaeology training. I'm getting so many touch compasses as well, so hopefully that will be another nice little video I can do for you guys as well. And I'm just making some huge progress. So it's actually been a really enjoyable thing. But over the past sort of week, that's what it took me to go and do the camouflage outfit set. I have got 22 mil XP for it. And I think this outfit's going to sort of buff up and really make it worthwhile. So what I wanted to show you guys from the point of this video was if you started at ground zero and picked an NPC and sat and pickpocketed, what you'd get in terms of XP. So if you wanted to do archaeologist like I did, this is what you're going to roughly get, but also this is how much GP you could earn from earning the sort of outfit, which this outfit is incredibly worthwhile. Like, this will be something I will use all the way up to 200 mil thieving, which it's wild to think that I could possibly go and get a 200 mil on a 7-day bond. Like, this was always going to be like an alt count or something I really wouldn't invest too much time in. It was always like a little AFK project, but now we have the master camouflage outfit, which really will be incredible and really will be beneficial for us as well. However, we've talked through the XP, we've talked through the wrapping paper. What you guys want to see more importantly is the loot. Now let me go over to the tab. So this is basically me keeping a track of everything, and these are the seeds I got from Master Farmers. I've been using the Black Ibis set, which has been, again, a really nice XP buff. You do get a decent amount of XP on top, just from using that as well. Now, as you can see here, we are racking up the artifacts. So I'm a big Bandos collector. That's always been the Tetra Compass set I've always gone after. And this will definitely be something where in the future, I will go and finish sets off the back of thieving. Like, for me, thieving needs to be done before archaeology, because you can go and get so many artifacts and get so many extra Tetra Compass sets. The Tetra Compass pieces as well, I'm up to nearly 70, which I always do these as a loot video. I do 25 of each. It's yeah, it's really nice. And the cash I've got in my info is the pure cash I've received. I've not banked anything. I've kept track of everything I possibly can. The only thing which I've lost the count of is the ancient gravel, because I bought some for Sif Soul. I believe it's 9.4k, but I might be a little bit off. But 9.4k is roughly where I think. So if we start with the chronos, we've got the soapstone and all this. We're over 1,000 of some materials, which just shows how much we have done. And I did make a very poor decision of going to the Bandos place a little bit too late. I spent a lot of time at the archaeology campus. I should have gone to Bandos first, but I was completely just not using my brain for some reason, and I can't really answer why I decided to do it. But we got there eventually, and that's the important thing, and we got a lot of thieving XP as well. Now, if you're going to ask me what is my plan in terms of going forward, we'll price check first, actually. Let's see what we get in terms of price check. Now, I would probably take away 20% on this total value, because the prices on like archaeology items are going to implode for a little while, I think, because there's going to be so much demand. If you're someone who has like a lot of archaeology artifacts in your bank and a lot of XP stored, I would 100% look at buying the materials now, because they're going to be cheap, because there's going to be so many items on the Grand Exchange that you could make a really decent amount. Now, I'm going to start putting in the more expensive Bandos ones, and as you can see, the cash stack is jumping a lot more. And if we throw in the cash, we have made 95 mil, which in 7 days, I am really happy with that. Like, I can quite comfortably, if I just did the normal archaeologist, pay off my bond, and that is pretty much it. Now, you can see here the Malachite Green, the Vulcanized Rubber, and the Warforged Bronze. These items are so much more than things like the leather scraps, the white oak, and that's why I think it's much more important to go to a dig site as opposed to the archaeology campus. The archaeology campus, the materials are just too generic, they're too cheap. Go to another spot and you'll make significantly more. Like, even the absolute worst items, so your animal furs, fossilized bones, and the mark of whatever it is, they're about the same, if not more, than these base loots. The base loots are just so in the dirt at the minute because so many people are doing it, that I just don't think it's worth it. Go to a dig site and use the dig site for that as well. But what we're going to go and do going forward, now with this brand new outfit, I'm going to go and try something like the Menophyte Guards. See if that is something we can do in terms of like thieving consistently. If I get caught, then I think I'm just going to go and do Archaeologist. Like, for the 7 days I've got left on this bond, the Ardon's Cloak, which I think is going to be the next massive upgrade I can go and get, is just not worth it in terms of the time I've got left. So I'll just go and do the archaeologist again, and then maybe we'll report back and show you guys what we make for next week, as well as what we've done in the bond as well. I'm going to do a little episode about 7-day bond and where it's got to, what it's been doing, all that sort of stuff as well. And I'll tie in like next week how much GP we've made. But if you're going to go and do that though, as you see from the camouflage outfit, I have made 95 mil. I've gained 22 mil Thieving XP as well, fully AFK, never paid attention to it. And I also picked up 45,000 wrapping paper on top of that as well, without any form of boost. But it's been a really nice week. So what I'm actually going to do, because we'll wrap this up in 7-day bond's end of bond next week, I am now going to reset my row. I'm going to go and put my cash back in the bank. I'm going to go and have a little bit of explore now. I'm going to see if this is good enough for things like gobies and menophyte guards. If it is, that's where I'm going to focus on. If not, we'll report back saying like we've just done the archaeologist instead. But either way, it's going to be another week just of full-on AFK thieving. And it's just a nice little project to have on the side. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this has been helpful and gave you some numbers and give you some ideas of just how good like you can make in terms of GP now with thieving. Like before, you might not have made that kind of GP from thieving to go and get this outfit. If you don't have this outfit, but you have things like the Plague's End quest done, the Triskelion like thieving outfit works very similar to the Master Camouflage outfit, so that can be a very good item if you wanted to use that as well. But gonna wrap the video up there. Hope it's helpful. Hope it's gave you guys a bit of an insight of what you can get as well. Really hope you guys have found some value from it. And yeah, we'll speak again on this account next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.